I've gotten a couple requests for scribing logs, how to scribe logs, the corners of a saddle notch. That's what this notch is called right here, in case you don't know. For those of you that know about this already, well, that's good. But if for those of you that don't know, a saddle notch is a round notch. This is the type of notch you use when you to do like a traditional pioneer type cabin. This is the way they did it 200 years ago. They also did dovetail notches and whatnot, but I'm not going to take up a lot of your time. This is about how to scribe a log fast, cheap, and correctly. Now, keep in mind, before all these professional log builders get on here and say, I have a regular scriber. It's got two level gauges in it, and you know what? It ain't worth the shit for me. I can't hold both in things and try to go around the log and keep it, you know what? And it's time consuming as hell, and it's no better. If you notice, I just scribed this log right there. There's the pencil mark around the log. And how I did it was with a piece of solder. Now I can't hold this at the phone at the same time and do the thing, but I bend this around the log, use a piece of solder that's heavy enough that it maintains its shape. Now you bend that around the log, put the end out like that, like so, and tighten it and do it really hard, and it'll get the exact contour of the log. And then you use your dividers. You don't have to have these $100 and something ones. Put your divider through there, get your gap of where the distance, open this up until the gap is the correct gap for how far you want to drop the log. Put the mark right up there where it represents. Now these aren't, I didn't open these, I've already done it, so first it ended up right here and right there. So then I take the solder and bend it around the log, which gives me the exact contour of the log, and I hold the top of it with each side equal on both sides right up to the tip of there, and then take a pencil and go down one side and the other. And I don't know the sun if you can see, but it does a pretty good job, and it's a very tight fit, and you can see the pencil mark on there. Now once you scribe both sides, you roll the log over and join the two ends straight across. Now it's important to know that don't do scribe both sides before you start cutting the meat out of the notch. Scribe both sides and do both sides. As the log drops down, it'll drop down evenly. You want to make sure, don't do one side and then all of a sudden you get that fitting one perfect, then you drop the other side, you're going to be in trouble. It's got to come down in unison, so you got to do both at one time. You cut that out, cut the meat out of that, and cut it out of that, and get it down to where you think it's pretty close. Stay inside the line that you drew. Don't go outside the line. You can't put wood back on the log, but you can always cut more out if needed. Make sure you stay inside the line that you scribed. And from there, this is just an easy way of getting the contour of the log you're scribing to correctly without using these $100 and something things that I find to be totally useless. Now I know I'm going to hear comments from everyone, but this works for me. As you can see, I did all these. It cost me 19 cents for that piece of solder. So, it's just a way to do it that is less time consuming for me, and it really works nice, and it's cost effective, and it gives you the exact contour of the log that you're scribing to. Now you see where I've cut out some of the log. I've hewed it a little bit right over the notch. It got really fat towards the end, so I wanted to take out a little bit of the thing there. This is the stuff you have to do along the way to ensure you have the proper corner height. All corners have to be, you take your height as you go along and make sure that the corners, corner to corner off the floor, is the same height in each 4 corners. Or within, because the bud end is bigger and the top of the trees, you're going to have some variance, but it shouldn't be off 1.5 inches or 2 inches or 3 inches. It should be right. Right now this is all 30 inches all the way around in each corner and the wall height. So you got to stay level, and you got to watch your corners. So you adjust, you take off some wood where needed to keep your corner heights. So when you get up to 8 or 10 feet, that you're not off. One corner isn't off 2 or 3 inches. You get up to 8 feet, and each corner is exactly 8 feet. You know, within 1 inch or 3/2 or 3/4. You try to get it dead on, but anyways, that's. I hope this helps some people out.